All right, so I am back for now. My phone is currently plugged in and on a gimbal, so I don't know how well that's going to work. I'm going to try not to break my gimbal because of that. We are still working on this fixed gear bike. Had customers come in, the non-bike shop people that have 8 million questions, which is cool. I don't mind answering questions. I actually like answering questions. I don't mind because I actually don't get paid to be here most of the time anyway, so it's not like I'm wasting anybody's actual pay. I'm just wasting my own time, which I should be using to make money, which is what I was trying to do with YouTube, but now I work too much and I don't get paid enough for it. Anyway, so I'm going to be in and out, back and forth. I can't move my phone too far, i.e. plugged into gimbal, but we are still working on the fixed gear bike. We still have a saddle that we need to tighten back down, and hopefully in just a little bit I will have people back. So for now, look at the pink shirt. I don't know if I'll have people. I know it's getting a little late everywhere, or early in some places. I don't know. Hi, somebody. Oh, that's good. This live stream brought to you in part by Gold Peak Iced Tea, because if I didn't drink it, I'd be asleep right now. They're not sponsoring this at all. This is the part that keeps me awake. This is what kept me awake earlier today. I am still on a mission to find the cogs for this fixed gear bike. I've got to pull another bike down and work on that too. I tried mounting tires earlier, and now I want to beat stuff with a stick, because they're not mounting very well at all. Oh, don't let her out. All right, back to mounting tires. Hey, who's here? I have 2 people here. Ooh, I feel special. So I'm in the process of trying to mount some tires to a very difficult set of rims. Big skiers. Stupid big skiers. It's alright. It looks like I'm going to have to bring out the bead jack tool. Try not to puncture a tube in the process. I do not get a lot of fixed gear stuff in here. We do definitely have a few fixed gear riders that pop in. Just pinched the crap out of my fingers. Orlando sees a lot of fixed gear riders out there. There's quite a few. I like to get out there during the critical mass rides. You see quite a few. It's pretty cool. I am not fixed gear certified as we put it in the shop. I'd love to get a hold of a fixed gear to just kind of play around with for a while. Apparently they teach you some pretty good skills. Oh, it's so tight. Welcome back. My fingers already hurt. Oh, so close. So close. B-Jack tool time. I'm just tired of killing myself getting tires made the hard way. Everybody left. It's just me all alone in the shop. Which is technically how I like it. Once I can get stuff done. So we're working on trying to get tire mounted here. Try not to wreck my shoulder too bad. So close. So close. Yay. Got a tire. The other one can wait till tomorrow. I've got to pull stuff off the other bike. I can't pull the other bike down. I'm here by myself. Bummer. I probably shouldn't have reached over the bike. Hi, third person. My new tool. Hey, I got a new tool. Hi, fourth person. Wow, it's getting busy in here. Oops. So for anybody who doesn't typically use these, I guess it's kind of hard to see. It's the little nut that goes on the Prestacors. There's a good reason to use them. Especially in my case on this rim, it's a pretty deep section rim, and I didn't want to put a ridiculously long valve on here. So you stick that little thing on there, and it keeps the valve from sliding back into the tire. Yay, high pressure. My freaking shoulder is killing me today. But I have one wheel, one tire. I don't know which way's forward. I gotta check my phone. The gamer nerd in me is waiting for a thing to happen, so I'm actually logged onto my computer right now for something. Alright, nothing's happening. Back to work. I freaking hurt my shoulder doing that. I don't want to do the other one now. Take the cranks off. That's going to be fun. I have to clean up after myself because apparently I'm just as messy as everybody else in the shop. I find it laughable. Did you see there? I laughed. Alright, I don't need these anymore because I'm listening to my actual music. I was hoping to have both of these done today, but it is not looking like it. Definitely not looking like it. Yeah, I know, dude. And I'm really actually looking forward to riding too, because I was riding the last couple of weeks. I've been riding out of the shop on Thursday, but that hurricane that I am not concerned with is causing me not to be able to ride because It has been raining pretty good, and I don't know if I want to this week. I don't know. I'll ride Saturday. That'll make up for me not riding today. Can you guys hear the music? Let me know. Oh, good. That wasn't too tight. A little bit? Okay. Do we want to hear more music? That way while I'm actually working, it's not just quiet in here. All the way. One cranks off the bike. Guess I can show you guys what I'm working on. Either way. Ah! I'm gonna break my gimbal. That pink shirt. I left it hanging just in case it ends up making its way to a new home. Aha! Don't drop me. So, we've been doing it every week, and I know earlier the live stream was getting a little broken. I think that has to do with the internet here is a little iffy on a good day. So today's tool of the week is the Park Tool CCP-22, which is a crank removal tool. Nothing real special, but it's a cool tool for anybody that uses three-piece cranks still. There's still quite a few people that do. I've got bikes with three-piece cranks. My road bike is three-piece. It's got a nice square taper titanium bottom bracket, which is kind of cool, which is why I don't want to go ride it if it's raining, because the bottom bracket probably cost almost as much as my bike. So we do not ride the Cannondale in the rain. So gonna break out the tool. So it threads in two separate sections. This part threads into the cranks. There's nothing wrong with a three-piece crank. I've got a three-piece on my dirt jumper. Man, I got three pieces on a lot of bikes. I should just pull this chain off because I got to replace it anyway. And then we thread, tighten, 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 and boom, parts come off. And that is how does that tool work? I just explained it. So on three-piece cranks, it's hard to see. Let me see if I can get something behind it. There's a lot of light coming in. So there's the shaft that runs, the axle that runs through the bottom bracket. Yes, never mind. But anyway, so what it does is, see how it's protruded out now? It actually, as you tighten it, let's go the other way. There's a lot of twisting that has to go on. So as you tighten the arm, which I'm just going to do with this, it pushes the pin out more. And since this is threaded onto the crank itself, as you tighten more, it starts pushing against the axle and pulls the cranks off. So these are tapered, so they're slightly skinnier at the end than they are towards the inside. So once you get it past the end of that taper, it just slides right off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the other one, and to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to use this crank. So it's just like a crank puller, like a pulley wheel crank puller, same type of design. And I'm just going to use this as a handle. Because you can use the other crank arm as a handle, but because I'm working over the bike like this, it was easier for me to just stick this back on there. And boom, there's the other crank arm. So see how it threads in, so as I crank, pushes this way, pulls this way. And that is the tool of the week. I may run out of tools of the week just due to some of the tools in this shop I maybe have used once, and there are some tools here that have probably only ever been used once and not by me. So there are a lot of tools in the world of the bike industry that, just like cars, they're very specialty, and they may not get used more than that one time that you needed them for that one project that you needed them for. And like a good boy, all tools have their place, and when you're done using them, put them back on the rack. I got distracted earlier, so not everything got put away. And time for some more tea. All right, so while I'm working, keep me entertained. Ooh. I just saw something that might be very important for a bike that I'm working on. Oh. I don't know if it'll work. It's a frame saver. I don't think it's going to work for what I need. I've got a C seat post and a frame, and it's going to get hammered on. Hopefully I can fix it, because this girl really likes this bike, and hopefully I can get it fixed for her and not have to do silly things. What's up, guys? Okay. You got any questions? Just let me know. I'm going to be back here doing random things. It's my favorite thing to do. Those are the most fun things on three wheels that I've ever ridden. We are going to be bringing in some electric bikes soon. I am not sure who exactly we're going to go with. I know we have access to companies like Raleigh Electric, Diamondback has an electric line, and as well as Canada. So we have access to all of those. It's just not something that we're stocking right now. Yeah, it's a bit tricky because the electric market's not very big here right now. So yeah, it's definitely getting bigger. We also do custom electric bikes that we'll build up and convert to electric on all bikes.
Do you have many older people in this area?
Yes, a lot. We are one of the only dealers that does strikes, and we'll actually do a lot of electric conversions on strikes as well. It's a lot of fun. Especially when they go like 45 miles an hour.
Some of the people that provide it.
So we typically will definitely govern them down to close to about 15 to 20 miles an hour, just because yes, they keep going fast. It's scary. Right. We've actually had less incidents as far as just any type of injuries go with these compared to original bicycles. They don't tip over very well. They typically do not go as fast as those bicycles. Steve is currently out at the moment. Yeah. You're very welcome. You have a good day. Are you guys going to be heading back this way? Okay. Gentlemen, we should pick up in the door. Chris, there we go. Awesome. You're welcome. You did put it. Right, had it.
Thanks. Thanks much for everything.
Not a problem.
And I'm glad you all are down here.
Oh, we're having a good time now.
Uh-huh. You got a lot of good inventory.
We're getting there. We still got a few more bikes to build up, and but we're definitely I'm liking having inventory here. It's a good transition so far.
People know you're here and they're here, so
That's what we like.
they here.
All right.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. You have a good day. Sorry, I ran away. I'm back now. I have to go read messages. I can. Oh, hey, you guys can hear me, can't you? I talk pretty loud. Let me pull it up on my computer so I can actually read all the chat messages. So one of the things, and I'm going to just kind of jump in on this e-bike conversation here. Exactly what you're saying. There are some people that have limitations. I'm going to pull up an example of Martin Ashton. He's paralyzed from the waist down. He rides an e-bike on the trail, but he's a mountain biker at heart, so he uses it the way he's supposed to. There are definitely some people that will be responsible with e-bikes. The problem is how do we regulate that right now? That's why e-bikes are kind of kiboshed on most mountain bike only trails. Multi-use trails, it's a little different. There are some bike parks across the world that are designed for e-bikes. They build them up a little bit differently. They're accessible trails, so everything from quad bikes to e-bikes. So anyway, I'm going to actually go read those comments here in just a minute. From my computer, I am supposed to be reading another thing on my phone here. I'm tired. All right, so nothing important happened. So technically speaking, no, there is no difference between a pedal assist bike and an e-bike. They are all e-bikes. There's throttle driven e-bikes or pedal assist e-bikes or combinations of the two. We build a lot of the e-bikes that we build here are equipped with a throttle and they are pedal assist. One of the things that I find very helpful for having a throttle is, you're gonna call it kind of like a bump start to get you up and moving. So if you have balance issues at low speeds, you can use that throttle to get you moving, and then you go to pedal assist from there. Almost all manufactured e-bikes from major companies, Raleigh, Diamondback, Cannondale, Trek, all the major brands use pedal assist only, with the option on most to plug in a little module that allows you to put a throttle on the bike. So most good e-bikes should only come as pedal assist, and they are typically limited to 25K, so somewhere around like 18 miles an hour, which is good. That's, you shouldn't, who needs to go faster than that on a trail? If you're going faster than 18, you're probably going downhill anyway, which means what do you need a motor for? On the road, that's a different story, but I know around here, if you get caught doing over 20 miles an hour and you are not pedaling, you can get ticketed on the road, which includes gasoline-powered bikes. So they've stopped doing the engine size limitation, and they've just been picking people up for speeding, essentially. If you want to pedal 25 miles an hour, you can pedal 25 miles an hour. If you pedal 26 in a 20-mile-an-hour zone, you will get pulled over and you will get a ticket. I've watched cops here hand out tickets for guys that blatantly are just trying to go too fast, or they're just not paying attention. So I know I'm missing parts of conversations, and I apologize. I want to go over to my computer and go check them, but I don't want to miss something else. Oh, my cord's not that long. Alright, let me unplug me for now. I got a little bit of battery power on here. Take you guys with me. On the road again. Something road again. Alright. That's my old live stream. I've got to switch to the new one. 9! That's the one I want. Alright, let me log me into me. I guess I could put the thing in front of me so you guys can see me, so I don't have to keep turning like this. I'm watching me do things. Alright, don't mind me, I'm being silly. 5 people! Alright, let me scroll down to live chat. Let me discard this box and move stuff. Alright, can we still hear me? Jeez, there's chat, lots of chat.
I just love to explore the visual tension of nebulous spaces between.
Alright, let me pop out my chat here real quick.
Yeah, it's like.
So I can actually see.
Really? So what connection?
Cool. Alright, so
Me too. You might say that.
car mechanic. That's cool. PV blast overnight, yes. So I have some stuff, and I want to show you this stuff. This stuff is called Slither. It's probably the nastiest stuff I have ever used. I want to bring this bike outside, lock it up, and spray it and let it sit outside for a little while before I bring it back inside. But I might be kind of a jerk and do it in the shop anyway. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit it with some type of anti-something to hopefully get it to free up. Basically, she lost the bond between the seat clamp itself and the seat post, and then the seat post is also seized. So it has to be replaced, and I just have to do what I can to get it out. So e-bikes, one of the upsides to e-bikes is you don't need a license for an e-bike. All right, so cool. So I'm caught up. All right, so now that I'm back and I'm available, I'm gonna try to pull this bike down without hurting myself too much. And I need to get the cranks and the chain off of it, and I still gotta find. We're going for a walk. So somewhere in my shop, not my shop, somewhere in the shop that I work for free, is a 16-tooth freewheel. Yes, somewhere. I don't know what happened to it or where it went because, well, you know, people just do stuff with things and nothing gets labeled, nothing gets put away in the right spots. So I'm gonna have to search the shop for parts, or I'm gonna have to order new parts because I wanted to have this all done today. And yay! Found it. Oddly enough, it was put away in the right spot. That never happened. You get the math. That never happened. All right, so we are putting some parts on fixed gear / flip floppy hub fixed gear thing. Had to steal parts off the other bike, so I'm hoping to be able to steal more parts off another bike to finish this thing up. At least get one of his bikes working for him. Rawr. Rawr. Ow, fingers. Whee! Alright. I feel like it needs to go this way. Boom, that was nice and easy. That never happens. So I've got a freewheel on one side, and I think I actually have a other thing. I could have sworn I had another 16-tooth hub thing, axle, something. All right, we're going for a walk again. Oh, I hate my life. So I'm off my job tomorrow, and apparently Saturday I'm supposed to be going to the Grapefruit Trail. I don't know if I should. Like I want to, and I know I should, but I don't know if I should bring a bike with me. Just because I can't guarantee that I'll behave myself. My shoulder will probably tell me otherwise, but I hate when I can't find things. Yeah. Grapefruit Trail's a lot of fun. I'll teach you how to ride berms if you ever come out this way. Or if I ever go out that way. I know I need to at some point. There's some pretty killer riding out there. Alright. I can't find parts that I need. I have people that keep popping in and out. That's okay. If you just stop in, just go, hey, thumbs up, I was here. Makes my videos look like I'm cool and I have cool people. I'll teach you how to ride berms and make them your... Yeah. What? Mortal enemies. What? I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I forgot what I was doing. I gotta pull this bike down. Figure out how to pull a bike down out of the sky with one arm. As long as I can get one side down. Alright, wish me luck. Oh, I forgot to ask him about pedals. Alright, here we go. Oh, stay balanced. Don't hit expensive bikes. And since I need you up here anyway, yeah. I don't know if I can hang it back up. But I got it down. It's a good looking chain. Alright, so fixed gear biking number 2. This one's getting stuff pulled off of it. I'm really hoping these are... Alright, he's unfixed on that side. I really hope I have an extra 15. I might have to throw a 15 on there. You might get a 15 for now, if I can't find a 16. Alright, so let me get my trusty adjustable wrench. Hey look, I got a thumbs up! Yay! Don't say it. Don't say what? I didn't say anything. I have a filter. I am very well filtered. It's actually very rare that I have to edit myself on YouTube. Though I do have to say my last video was slightly unedited as far as language goes. Give me one second, let me get a phone. Good evening, Village Cycle Shop. Okay. No, this is Paul. It shouldn't take any more about, I want to say kind of set aside about a half hour, 45 minutes, just in case we need to do any other major adjustments, but most of the time it's usually just an adjustment of leg and seat position, and we'll get from there. Yeah. Okay. We're a bit north of there, so coming down or coming up US 1 is going to be the best way. So it's US 1 to State Road 520. And then, okay, cool. Yeah, yep, absolutely. All right, that sounds good. Okay, not a problem. Somebody will be here. It may not be me. I don't think I'm going to be here tomorrow, but Jason will be here tomorrow. All right. You're welcome. All right, bye. Okay, who else has a phone voice? I have like a customer service voice, and that's my customer service voice. I hate my customer service voice. Not me. You don't have a phone voice? Everybody has a, like, I'm not gonna say everybody, but like typically in the retail industry, you will talk to people differently on the phone or even in person than you normally will. I did an Instagram post last week, maybe the week before. I walked into the grocery store. I mean, like, I was dead tired. I'm like walking in, I kind of like walking in like I'm drunk, and I get the stuff that I need, and my eyes are half shut. I get to the counter and I'm like, "Good morning, how are you doing?" And like, for whatever reason, that's how I am. I hate hearing, so I hate that so much. Like, I can't, it still breaks my brain to listen to myself talk because play it back in my videos, it doesn't sound right. Because it's not. That's why we all have problems. I process my voice sometimes after when I voice over on my videos. What have I been doing? I did something differently last time. The last couple of like, so the new microphone setup that I have at the house when I voice over at home sounds a little bit better to me than the stuff that I was using. It's a lot cleaner. It gets a lot more of the low end of my voice that I miss out on some of the cheaper mics that I use. I have the same problem when I'm recording out in the field as well. Like, even when I play back these live streams, it doesn't quite sound right to me, but I'm not going to process they're live. But cell phones actually do a really good job of picking up fairly precise voice sounds, which is why I've been streaming on my cell phone more than my tablet or my phone lately, or my laptop, sorry. So yeah, typically speaking, when I voice over my videos, I typically will process my audio after the fact. So I'll do the whole voiceover, and then I'll send my stuff from Adobe Premiere into Adobe Audition and kind of drop the low end, add a little bit of bass, and clean up the audio as much as possible to try to also eliminate my computer noise, my fan noise. Like, I get a lot of background noise in my room because I'm not in a room that's designed for audio recording. And I have two very high-end gaming computers that I typically leave running, so I pick up tons of fan noise and tons of electrical noise. So it makes my recordings kind of crappy. My Diamondback video, I did the voiceover at home and I let it auto process and it came out all kinds of muddy. But I couldn't come back and re-record the audio. So I recorded it at home and it was like midnight and I just said, forget it, and I posted it. Apparently it's doing really well. I'm still getting pretty good organic views throughout the weeks. I have two videos that do very well still. My problem is I can't do new bike videos every week. I guess I could have. 18 new bikes just came in. I could have been doing new bike videos. I don't know if people actually want to watch them. I guess I could. I still can. I can do bike reviews on new bikes that I got in the shop. If anybody wants to, I might do that. Still running 1080. I'm not messing around with 4K or 2K right now. I'll record in 4K sometimes and still downgrade to 1080 for YouTube, because most of us are watching YouTube on our phone. Most of my people that watch my videos are watching on a phone. So going 4K is still kind of overkill. There was, up until this year, there was very few people that are doing 4K. More up your recording quality, not so much the quality of recording, but up how you do your videos. There's a couple people that I love watching because they refuse to do just like first person perspective or POV perspective, which makes their videos very dynamic. So you'll see them riding down a trail and you'll see a feature that looks kind of mild, and the next thing you know, the camera swaps around to like a side view of something that they just launched off of, and you're like, oh, that was what he just went off of, and you're like, okay, cool. So one of the things that I found when I do my videos is I like to do kind of a mix of, first person perspective as well as setting the camera up on the trail for tricky features. So like those berms that anytime you do a berm and you're like, oh, that was great, I did it, can I do it again? Instead of going back up wearing your camera, set the camera up on the ground, like near the berm somewhere, so you can watch yourself go around the berm. Even if you don't do it well, watch yourself. So watching yourself is going to teach you so much more than somebody trying to tell you how to go around a berm. My best learning keys have been watching my own videos and watching the things that I do good or do bad or just do get away with it. I crash sometimes. I don't have a lot of crash footage. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna post on Instagram tonight. I've got a pretty cool crash shot. Yeah, so like, you know, I like when you do your Instagram shots. The other day you did the teeter, which I'm a little impressed. Like, you're afraid of berms, but you do teeters, and those aren't even little teeters. Those are pretty big teeters. So I don't know. You gotta get over that mental block, because if you're doing teeters, berms should be cake for you, because teeters are scary. Teeters require a lot more balance than going around a berm. I'm not picking on you, I swear. I'm just saying that if you've got the skill for teeters, it's a mental block that's stopping you from the berms. Nothing else. You've definitely got the skill to do it. You just have to do it. As scary as it may be. All right, I've got to get tools again. I don't know what he wants for pedals. Like, I knew I left stuff. I love them too. They're great. Teeters and skinnies are my favorite things to do outside. Like, if teeters and skinnies are my favorite things to do with my wheels on the ground. I figured I'd say that and walk away. It'd be funny. Had to go get tools to pull some stuff apart. Skinnies are a blast. One of the trails that we have down here in Florida has a really cool, like 3-section set of skinnies, and they get more and more difficult as you progress, and they kind of go down the trail. Well, the first set of skinnies runs alongside the main trail, and typically what I'll do is I'll race my friends. I'll get on the skinnies while they ride the trail and see who makes it to the other end first. The trail itself is a little bit longer, but you know, skinnies are skinnies. All right, we're pulling cranks off this other bike. I'm glad he backed these off. They're not obnoxiously tight. My shoulder is going to hate me tomorrow. I'm so glad I've got the day off. I really hope somebody decides they want to pay me, because I may not come in next week. So next week's live stream may be from the green screen at home. We'll see. I haven't been paid since, I don't know, it's been a while. I like money. Money buys me things. Which is funny, because the only thing I really want right now is a therapist for my shoulder, and maybe a sports massage therapist as well, because I got some connecting tissue that's definitely causing me some other issues. I'm gonna keep popping out of frame. I guess I could swivel the camera around while I go move stuff. It is on a fluid head tripod, which is kind of nice. Righty, lefty, loosey, tighty. Ow, fingers. Got my fingers squished between pedals and cranks. All right. Somebody hit me up with a question. Anything, keep it mostly bike related or bike-ish related. I am falling asleep on this seat. Hold up sideways. I can do this stuff in my sleep. Who does? I do? What's a peak performance? Oh, that's not a question. That's kind of a statement. Need more info. All right, here I go. Let's do it. Whee! Walk around the other way. back. I probably missed something while I walked away. Oh, I only have 2 people. Where'd my people go? Sad face. New crank's going on. Let's get the chain out of the way. Oh, old crank's going on, I guess I should say. Alright, I'm gonna hit the button to see if I missed something. I'm sure I did. Bobby, what's peak performance? Website, store, location, something to do with the internet. Oh, I'm supposed to be sending Rod some stuff. I'm supposed to be sending Rod some Amazon links. Okay. How old is old? Oh, that's gonna suck. Need longer spindle. Running into dilemmas. Ah, okay, yeah. Where they at? Are they local? Because my brother's got the same shoulder issue, and I'm hoping to find him somewhere, and maybe he'll, like, hey, by the way, I like my brother. That's what I'm looking for. Off of Kona Stinky, so like early 2000, mid 2000s, so 2007-ish, maybe 2008 is my guess on that one. Oops, sorry, gotta measure a thing. Yeah, definitely do that, and I can take a look at it. I've got a suspension guy, actually. I can do my own stuff, but he typically has tools that I am not kind of carry. I do some work here, but what I really need is like a shock dyno. Is it dropping in and out? It's looking okay on my end, but that doesn't actually mean anything. Give me a second. Grab tools again. So it looks like I need a longer spindle on this bike to get these cranks to fit. And I don't know if I have one or not. I gotta see what size they are. You saw nothing. '107s. Oh, geez. Yeah, I need at least a 107. So, back to the tool bin. got a bottom bracket. Was somebody laughing at me earlier? Ah, you were laughing. How rude. How rude. So 103. All right, so that'll work. We'll get into this tool later. If you do any of your own bike work and you order your own parts, this will probably be the most important tool you'll ever use, ever. I use mine all the time. And now we are going to get some more tools because we got to pull bottom brackets. Back around. You guys still just hanging out? You guys must be as bored as I am. Oh, I need a different tool. This isn't the right tool. Man-sized tools. It's funny, I got an old MySpace photo of me walking around with tools and stuff on my car. My friend, she's like, "Look, it's Paul. He's being a man." Apparently, I do guy stuff sometimes. This might not be a good plan. Came off nicely. So we're pulling a bottom bracket right now. Drive side is reverse thread, by the way, if you ever have to do this. Measured out the way it should. Need a ratchety tool. The right one was not in the toolbox, so I had to make adjustments. Should put on gloves today. No, my hands are dirty. They're still slightly damp. It's kind of nice. Oh, all right, new bottom bracket's going in. So much battery I have left. Oh, 48%. We're still good. Ooh, new from Amazon. That's what I get for checking notifications. People are texting me. It's so shiny. Shiny bits. Right side? Right side. Left side. All right. I like shiny bits. Oh, it's funny. I got made fun of. Well, not really made fun of it. There's a lot of trash talk on my cheap bike stand video. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's garbage and it's gonna end up in a landfill and they're not worth the crap." Well, I have almost as many issues with this $200 park stand as I have with my $30 Aldi stand. The only thing this has on it is nothing. It actually flexes almost as much as my $30 stand. So that's just a hilarious thing that I just now thought about. I kind of hate working on cheap bike stands now, unless they're really cheap. Like this is a $200 and cheap. I'm gonna break my brain tonight. I forgot to measure something else. Awesome. Back to the tool shed. I grabbed the wrong one. So there's two things to measure on bottom brackets. It's the shell width and the something something. I've got the PCS 9 and I upgraded the bolt on the pole to, I used a broken C clamp and now it's quick release. So it's basically the same stand. The PCS 10 has a slightly nicer head on it. It uses a similar head to this one, but yeah, they're like 120, 130 bucks usually. I picked up mine for like 100 and I really like it. It's a great stand, but it's not $90 better than the $30 stand that I picked up. It's definitely a little bit better, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say it's not, but for the average user, if you can pick up a $30 bike stand that holds your bike up so you can change your tires, wash it, adjust your brakes, adjust your shifting, why spend, yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, so why spend a ton of money on something that does the same job? Maybe not quite as well, but I've been using my $30 bike stand almost all the time. Yeah, 100 bucks for the PSC 10. It's a great price. There's absolutely no reason that I wouldn't pick one up for 100 bucks if it was available. I just don't need one right now. Oh, I've got to take stuff apart. Yeah, Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace have been my best friends lately. But I actually haven't been doing too much shopping because I don't make any money. I'm super broke and I'm looking for a new place to live, so I'm trying to save up as much as I can. I hate house shopping. that's longer too. Everything's longer. Alright. I don't even know what time it is. Kind of wish I had one of those double stands so there's bikes on both sides. Because this bike sits a little bit lower than the other one because the stand's a little bit lower. Wow. Have to fix it. What did you do to your saddle? Clean some stuff up before I put it back in its box. So it only looks slightly used. So it could be your bottom bracket if you have a threaded bottom bracket. Hey, Steve's back. So depending on how mechanically inclined you are, the best thing to do is pull the bottom bracket out, add more grease, and put it back together. If it's press fit, you can pull the little shields off, put more grease in there, and then put some grease on the cranks and put it all back together.
See you later. Yeah.
I'm a wealth of useless knowledge. I know creaks and crank noises and just any noise coming from a bike that shouldn't be coming from a bike are always annoying. I spend a lot of time taking my stuff apart. Yeah, that means something else is causing it, which means you got to take it apart and clean it and possibly re-grease it. I need a new bottom.
Put it on pause.
Put it on pause.
I'm starving here. I gotta eat again. You're not breathing that stuff, are you?
I'm breathing all kinds of stuff.
Oh my god. Crazy. Yeah, a little snack here.
Alright, so let's put this one back together. Where are we at here? Yeah, dirt inside of those will most definitely cause creaks, guaranteed. So getting them clean and getting them re-greased is kind of the way to go. Bottom brackets aren't actually that expensive for most bikes, so depending on how long you've had the bike, it may be easier to just replace the bottom bracket. Alright, let's put the right parts in now. Now that I remember how to count. Yeah, so I'd say clean and possibly re-grease. Oh. Oh, we're getting there. I'm mechanically inclined, so I typically only brought my bike in when I ran out of options and YouTube didn't help me anymore. But yeah, no, don't worry too much about bringing it in. Yeah, it's part of owning a bike is it's got to get worked on. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. I might be on for a little while. I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting hungry again. But I'm gonna finish this bike up, and it should be close to go home time after that. All right, he had to get a new bottom bracket because his other one was too short. Cranks were gonna destroy the frame. All right, well, I'm gonna finish this up, and I will see everybody on Monday. Yeah, if you have any other questions, just hit me up on Instagram or find me on Facebook. I should have links to both those things on my YouTube page somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna head out. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see everybody on Monday with some type of a video. Catch you later.